Reginald sighed irritably as he checked his watch, tapping his foot impatiently. Guess I'll have to start alone. Hello there, you curious people. There are quite a lot more of you here than I expected. My name's Reginald, and if you don't rat us out to the government, we will answer you some non-incriminating questions. I'm sure we'll get along just fine. You probably have a lot of questions about the infamous Toppat clan. Anonymous asks for the creator, which infiltrating the airship, fleeing the complex, completing the mission ending is this set after?
The ITA ending is rapidly promoted executive, because Reginald is actually there and right-hand man is cyborg. The other endings aren't really relevant. It's not the betrayed from fleeing the complex though. Anything else is not really important because the Toppats didn't have a huge role there. And it's before completing the mission, because all the Toppat endings are a bit final, with them either in space, arrested or dead, if you get what I mean. So I wanted to keep my options open.
Flipping OC Fanatic asked, what will you do if Henry is around? You really cut to the point right off the bat, don't you? Well, it's a good question though. Depends on the situation and who is around. We aren't friends or anything, so if I were to encounter him in the grocery store, I wouldn't be forced to stop and have awkward small talk. I'd probably just ignore him, hoping he doesn't recognize me. I just don't know if I can trust him yet. If the Toppat clan can trust him just yet. He is a wild card that has never proven his loyalty to the clan, and after what he did to Right-Hand Man, I will keep my distance from him until he has proven himself. Anonymous asks, what do you think of Right-Hand Man? What kind of a question is that? I couldn't ask for a better right-hand man. That's also why I made sure he'd be revived. I've known him for years, so we work well together, and I couldn't imagine running the Toppat clan without him. He's been by my side ever since I became the leader. I never had a problem with him, and he's never failed me. Right now, he is angry at Henry, though, for probably obvious reasons. But I'm just glad he's survived. And cyborgs are kinda cool, right? So, no reason to be upset. Anonymous asks, has Right-Hand Man recovered yet? Thankfully, yes. He woke up a few weeks ago. I might have fallen asleep while I was waiting for him to wake up. He almost flew out the window wanting to kill Henry, but I talked him out of it. Right now his cybernetic enhancements need to be optimized, since they were all installed while he was unconscious. But he remembers what happened, and should join us soon. Anonymous asked, Reginald, were you scared that the right-hand man would not recognize you when he woke up? I was honestly more worried about him not waking up at all. The uncertainty if everything would work out killed me, especially because I knew I could do nothing but wait. I could keep myself busy though. I had to take care of the clan after all. We had to lay low and everything. The last thing we needed was being raided by the government. I'm glad he's okay in remembering, though. I probably would have been scared if he didn't remember. The Black Hole US asks, Reginald Copperbottom, tell me, how long have you been the leader of the Toppats? Oh, how long has it been? Must have been 10 years by now. I've been with the Toppat clan for 2 years. The old leader Terrence wasn't a very good leader. He was way too reckless and lost his head when he had to lead the clan. So me and my right-hand man rallied up the groups and overthrew him. Oh, I was so young back then. Once we took care of Terrence, we needed a new boss, and right-hand man recommended me, since the scheme was our plan and everyone else agreed. And that's how I became and stayed leader. And of course, since then, right-hand man became my right-hand man. Anonymous asked, do you know how to dance like the rest of them? What a question. Of course I know how to dance. Did you expect anything else from me? Style and class are highly regarded in the Toppat clan. Anonymous asked, now that the right-hand man is a cyborg, he can be rewired. Are you scared that this will happen to him? What would you do if he was suddenly forced to work against you? Wait, really? That could be done? I wasn't aware of that. The technician didn't tell me. He trailed off, immediately getting out his phone to yell at somebody. That reaction is probably answer enough if you would be scared. Once he hung up the phone, he turned back to you, voice quiet. What I would do? To be honest, if I were ever to get into this situation, I don't think I could do anything. Welcome back to the Toppat Clan Ask blog. If you do not rat us out to the government, we'll answer you some non-incriminating questions. Anonymous asked, blows a kiss to Reginald. Oh. Huh? What did you... Oh, how cheeky.
He sputtered uselessly for a bit because you caught him off guard before regaining his composure, trying to be smooth.
I feel flattered, I do. Let me see if I have something in my hat for you.
He took one of his hats off, rummaging through it and getting a bouquet of flowers out, offering it to you.
I got those from the magician, but you can have them. It's a gift. The Black Hole US asked, does Right-Hand Man have nightmares? I'm sure losing half of his body is a traumatizing event. Has this any effect to his psyche?
That ain't any of your business.
Right-Hand Man, there you are finally. How are you feeling? Everything going alright?
I'm okay, I just need to get adjusted to the enhancements. The doc says everything's alright.
Sounds great. Want to answer some questions with me? These people are really curious about you.
Sure seems this way. I have nothing better to do, so you might as well keep me company.
Right-Hand Man, blows kiss.
What was that supposed to be?
Well, it was probably meant for flirting or to show adoration. Someone likes you. Brady, no, don't do that. I'm sorry, he needs to warm up to you. I'm sure you'll get along eventually. Well, that was a rough start. Hopefully it'll get better. Righty, they're nice. Don't treat them like this.
I'll make my own picture of them.
Aw, come on, Right-Hand Man. Why'd you have to do that? Don't take it to heart, dear. He is suspicious of strangers, especially after Henry just burst in here and destroyed everything. But once he gets to know you and is attached to you, he'll be the best friend you could ever have. Like those grubby dogs, you know what I mean? I know this sounds mean, but I mean it in the best way possible.
Reginald, do you have a brother that sells chips? Goes by the name Mr. Pringles. You two look very alike.
What are you talking about? Is this some joke that I'm not understanding? Is it the mustache again? If yes, then I probably heard that one before.
Hey, Right-Hand Man, how far would you go to protect Reginald? Asking for a friend.
There's a fine line that separates the dedicated from the devoted, and that shows how much is and should be possible and how far you should go. I'm willing to cross that line. It's my duty.
Right-Hand Man, I've already asked Reginald what he would do if you were to be forced to work against him by being rewired. How would you react when you would come back to your senses and realize that you've killed him?
I won't let it get that far.
He was nervous. It was obvious from his expression. Eye twitching lightly, then nodding to himself, determined.
I won't.
Magic Anon! Right-Hand Man is rewired for 3 asks! What's going on? Right-Hand Man, are you okay? What's happening? Righty? Can you hear me? Am I... in trouble?
Uh-oh, you might want to watch out, Reginald.
Fight! Oh shit, Reginald, Right-Hand Man is rewired.
Hold on to your buddy, he's been rewired. Oh, whoops.
Try to survive long enough to get through him and snap him out of it. Any advice?
You might want to run, Reggie. Unless you want to be a twin with your Right-Hand Man.
What? How did this happen? Did you do this?
He sounded betrayed, looking from right back to you, ducking before he could get hit in the face, trying to make a run for it. Of course, he can't outrun Right-Hand Man with its cybernetic enhancements.
Who could have thought the Toppat clan leader would fall right onto my lap? The Toppats are finished. If you won't come along, I'll blast you to bits.
Boss, get away from him! Jumps in to shield Reginald.
I ain't here for you, I'm here for the leader. Get out of my way!
Let's extend this magic ass to 10.
You're evil.
Alright, let's do this.
You got a member named the Witch who was an expert herbalist, right? Do you think she has something that can either drug him or put him to sleep until we can fix him? Time is running out, boss. Activate emergency shield gates, now! Go to an escape pod. We'll maybe pick you up after this is over, boss.
Reginald, tell me you didn't skip leg day, because you're gonna need to run very, very fast.
Which isn't in our division because an airship doesn't get infiltrated so easily without everybody noticing. Same goes for shields. This airship is from the past boss who didn't install any shields. He looked up, considering the escape pod option for a moment before realizing that Right-Hand Man and Toppat Anon were blocking the only exit. He can't get past it without being noticed immediately, so running was not an option either. Which was probably for the better. He was a good runner with how long he ran from Henry, but he can't outrun Right-Hand Man. He turned around to the console and mashed some buttons, in his panic forgetting which one was for broadcasting. Turn around again when he hit the right button. He could leave it to one of you. He really didn't believe you to turn his right-hand man against him, so he didn't prepare anything. Without a plan, he felt really helpless. Toppat Anon, you'll have to get through me first. Come get a piece of me. Literally unsheathed a shield. The shield blocked off the energy beam that was set in Reginald's direction, causing right-hand man to huff in frustration, charging at Toppat Anon and throwing him over. They did good, but it was just a matter of time until right-hand man would beat them. They needed reinforcements.
To all Toppat members on board, be on high alert. The right-hand man has been rewired. All non-combatants are to seek safety, while the rest shall protect the chief and find a way to keep right-hand man either captured, trapped, restrained, or down until we can figure out a way to fix him. I do not care how you do it. Sleeping gas, tranquilizer, dog pile, debris, net, EMP, whatever you use, you have to hold him down for now.
Until this mess can be sorted out!
What? Who said that? I don't recognize that voice.
Shut up. The chief is in danger.
The right-hand man? How did that happen?
Everyone get something! We need to save the boss!
Scar, come on. You lead all the non-combatants to the escape pods.
Reginald, don't you have a gun hidden in your head? Use it to shoot right-hand man in his cybernetic parts and get the fuck away before you end up as a pile of ash. Get out of there, Reg! I do, but I don't want to shoot him. And even if I would, I don't think it'd do anything. Besides alert him I'm still here. Oi, what's that? The door's locked. Open the door. Boss, are you in there? What's going on? What can I do? Remember, a Toppat is always a Toppat. Deep down, Reg. You just have to remind him of that. Try talking some sense in him. He's a Toppat at heart, and there's no rewiring that. And it's not like you really have any other options. You're right. I might as well try. Let's see if your theory holds any water. Right-hand man, you're...
I don't want to hear it.
He yelled, already readying his blast, squinting. He had trouble aiming at him. He didn't know why, but his arms started shaking horribly when he tried to aim at Reginald. Was this a trick from the Toppats? He wouldn't let that stop him from his mission. Oh shit, boss! Not gonna lie, Reginald didn't expect to go like this, in the middle of a storm over the ocean, thrown overboard by his rewired right-hand man. The shock ran deep. Press F for Reggie. Right-hand man didn't walk away yet. He didn't know why, but he couldn't look away. Reginald saw his last chance to make an impact. His words were drowned out by the storm and raging thunder around him. Barely audible, but loud enough for right-hand man to hear before Reginald vanished from sight, plummeting down at massive speed.
Reg!
Boss, we got the door open, are you? The other Toppat members were greeted by quite the sight. Both sides quiet for a moment.
Get him!
Distracts Reborn with the distraction dance. Not gonna lie, that was pretty distracting. Good job, Anon. You successfully distracted him. He doesn't even notice the Toppat's coming his way. Guys, I have a way to defeat Reborn. It's Dogpile time! Piles onto Reborn. Dogpile? Heck yeah, Dogpile. Heck yeah, everybody
Keep him
pile
down,
on. Keep him down.
Why don't we solve all our problems with dog piles?
You're toast, right-hand man.
What happened to the chief?
Quick, boss, use your helicopter.
Press F for Reggie.
Oh shit, boss!
Someone catch him.
Reg, parachute! You put it there when... Just deploy it. Grab onto the tag on the side and pull. Looks around for a parachute. Ah! Oh, someone catch him. Reginald had a long descent ahead of him, all the while screaming his lungs out. What was unlucky is that the shockwave right-hand man fired blasted his hats right off. the leader trying to save himself in some way, trying to regain his composure. It was difficult, though. He had nightmares of Henry wanting to kidnap him with a parachute and then dropping him.
Don't worry about me. I'll find another way.
He finally got out, looking down, biting his lip, shaking his head rapidly.
I think I have a plan.
You idiots know that the boss is still falling to his death, right? Wait, he's done being rewired. Don't hurt him! Anyone got a jetpack or parachute? The boss is falling overboard. Can somebody, either those on ship or off ship, catch him somehow? Time is of the essence, and we need to act now. Wait, you're kidding, right? The boss is overboard? We dogpiled for nothing? Does anyone have a parachute? No. Does anyone know how to steer the ship? You're kidding. The boss is the only one that can fly this thing? Come on, lad, wake up. Your boss and closest friend is falling to his death. Don't just stand there, do something. Tin Can, snap out of it and save your friend.
Right-hand man, snap out of it and save him. Come on.
Right-hand man, snap out of it. You're the second in command of the Toppat. Start acting like it.
Sorry for being mean, but what else are you gonna do?
Look who can finally think clearly again after one of you rewired him.
Reg!
Right-hand man, you have to save your friend. Oi, Reggie, your right-hand man's
Everyone
coming.
out of the way. Right-hand man needs to save Reginald. He's no longer rewired. Only right-hand
Hopefully.
man is getting him. I'm gonna lose it if he's not.
Is he gonna make it?
Right-hand man, sorry about that. Cannons are kinda weird, so magic cannons can get pretty bad. In fact, I'll poof a cookie on the ship for later. Who knows how handy it'll come in. Besides, Mr. Reginald is falling to a possible death while you are rewired, so go and save him.
The lesson here is to never trust an anon.
Go, right-hand man, hurry!
I'm literally gonna cry if Reginald gets hurt, y'all.
I know. I'm on my way. All of this would have never happened if it wasn't for ya. So if I'm too late, you're toast.
He didn't even know what you did exactly, but he remembers what happened and he's understandably upset about the situation and angry with you. He was looking around the ocean they were flying over at the time, looking up for a moment. He could barely see the airship anymore due to all the clouds and the strong rain. He didn't see Reginald at all during his descent. Strange.
Reg, can you hear me? Where are you? Reg!
No dice.
Damn it, Reg, where are you?
His robotic eye began to glow, right-hand man scanning the nearby location to see if he would be able to locate Reginald. He squinted, then flew in the direction he got a signal from. Hopefully it wasn't too late and it's actually Reginald. Did Reggie fall on Henry's dinghy? Can we go back to contact with Reggie? Where is he? Is it just me or am I hearing angel sounds right now? Come on, lad, you're almost there. Stay strong. Yeah, they're right. Your first mistake was ever believing that we were trustworthy.
Shut up, I'm on the way.
After that, he'll probably not trust any of you again. Thankfully, he only needed to fly a few more seconds before he finally spotted his boss, heaving a deep sigh. Seems like Reginald somehow got to one of his hats and used the inflatable raft that every top hat should have before he hit the water. It was a small raft, not enough to sit on, but enough for top hats to wait for their rescue should they get into the ocean somehow. Seems like Reginald was right and he had a plan after all. Right-hand man made his way over and hoisted him out of the water, grabbing the top hat as well, huffing. He was drenched and unconscious, but at least he was alive. Now they just need to get back to the ship. While everyone's distracted, sneaks over to the intercoms. Big A do crime! We're so sorry about this, right-hand man. Oh, thank God you found him!
Spare me, I don't want to hear it. Besides, you're not sorry at all. Don't even pretend. Call Svensson and tell him we'll be delayed for a day or two.
Is Reggie alright? Can you see any injury, right-hand man?
He'll be fine. He's had worse. Probably a concussion from the fall and some cuts from the glass when he got thrown through the window. He should wake up in a few hours. The shock made him pass out, probably.
Good thing right-hand man had a wide range of first aid knowledge from his years of work with Reginald. Usually he was the one patching right-hand man up, but the patient learned a lot over time. Damn, not one drop of blood was shed. I was hoping you'd have to suffer the guilt of actually hurting him, but it looks like that's not happening.
How about you say one more word and I'll show you a murder I won't feel guilty about at all, huh? Shut your yap.
He's already feeling guilty enough, Adam. No need to risk your own life by rubbing salt in the wound. I wouldn't threaten us so carelessly, right-hand man. If we wanted to, we could just turn you again just as easily.
You little...
That Anon was mean. Think better thoughts than him. It wasn't your fault this happened. Right-hand man, how did you join the clan?
Because I was a dumb, cocky kid that thought he'd be able to steal from the Toppat clan. You can probably imagine how well that went. Of course I got caught and they gave me a choice. Join the clan or die. I mostly did my own thing. Didn't talk to people and refused to work with other people until my first mission with Reg. He was pretty incapable, but he was smart and I was strong, and together we solved all our missions.
Wow, you had very long hair when you were younger. Do you still have it so long? And are you just hiding it under your top hat? Or did you cut them? Top hat Anon. Sir, are you doing alright? Did that rewiring mess up your brain or something? I'm not trying to be mean, I'm just asking. One of the magic Anons rewired you and made you go nuts.
I know. I remember what happened and my brain's back in place now. I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Go and tell everyone that the boss is fine and recovering, alright? Oh, and kid, you did pretty well with your shield. Defended the boss like that. Good job.
I really hope he's okay. You two seem really close. I can't imagine the grief and guilt you must be feeling. It's not your fault, right, Ant-Man? You know that, right? There's nothing you could have done, so don't beat yourself up. I'm sure Reg forgives you.
I know he does. When all this was happening, you know, when he was falling, he said something. You probably didn't hear it. 'Twas stormy and I knocked him off the ship. I knocked his hats off, so I knew he'd have nothing to break his fall. He looked at me and he smiled. He said my name, and that he forgives me. And he asked me to lead the Toppat clan to glory, and I'll always be a Toppat no matter what. Sometimes I have these nightmares where Henry didn't join the clan and instead handed Reg over to the government. And when I wake up and try to bust him out, I found out he died in prison he was being kept in. They didn't want to wait till someone busted him out.
What happens now while he recovers? I'm not sure they will trust you in being a leader for a while.
They don't really have a choice in that matter. For one, me and Reg are the only ones that can fly the ship, and I don't know if you noticed, but this ship is filled with monkeys, so they either accept me leading for the time being or they crash. It's their choice.
Oh, right-hand man. Tips a bright red fedora in respect. As you know, I am a medical professional, and I would like to ask for your permission if I can examine if the boss is all fine and well. There's no need to wake him up. He needs time to rest from all the stress that's been brought up. Though, it would be very much appreciated if you could call for my attention if he ever wakes up. That way, we'll know if he is on his way to recovery.
There, now you could take a look at him. Don't do anything sketchy or I'll blow you to bits.
So, right hand, how long have you been working with Copperbottom?
Should be 9 years by now. In the beginning I didn't like him at all. He was obnoxious, bouncy, and way too energetic. But I got used to his energy. Maybe it rubbed on me too. He kinda settled down too after he hung out with me for a while. He kinda grew on me. And I knew that I could never let him die when we got captured, and he tricked the motion tracking lasers by dancing through the room like he was possessed by a demon. 'Twas amazing, can't deny that.
This question is a little bit dark, but how do you feel to wake up reborn as a cyborg and seeing Reggie all happy to see that you're alive? Please tell me there's gonna be a flashback. You're okay.
At first I was mad, just wanted to get out and get revenge on Henry for what he did to me. But I changed my priorities quickly. I didn't expect Reg to fuss as much as he did, but I really should have seen it coming. I would have done the same if he was in my shoes. I got a bit embarrassed though, can't deny that.
To all the top hats, have you ever thought about capturing somebody?
You guys should capture Charles.
So, you should capture Charles and use him for info. He won't join you though. Just an idea.
What do all of you want with this Charles, chum? Who is he anyway? If I didn't hear about him, he can't be that important. And of course, we captured somebody already. That weird security guy is in our cell. And we don't need information either. We have spies where we need them. Or you think we haven't been caught yet?
Medical Toppat. So far, everything is normal. His breathing, his heartbeat, it's all steady. Looks at the watch. Estimating the time, he could wake up any moment now. Could be a few minutes to a few hours. Looks at right-hand man. When he wakes up, make sure he doesn't do anything rash. What has happened is quite traumatizing in his part. It could trigger some really devastating memories too. Does he have any medical history I must know about?
I must be too formal. XD, thanks for your time.
Medical history? You're asking stuff. Would you believe me if I told you we never talked about it? No idea, honestly. He could have anything. I really need to ask him. Wait, I know at least something. He sleepwalks sometimes. I don't know what the trigger for this is, but he walks around the ship and does weird things. Turns pictures around, swaps shoes, rearranges furniture, takes food out of fridges. Sometimes he stops to turn the telly on and stare at static. When I see he left the bed, I go look for him and try to guide him back to bed, of course. He usually stops wandering around when I stay the night with him. Might that be connected to something?
Yo, right-hand man, this is a curious question. You can tell me to bugger off if it's too much, or just blast me. Just please, give me a head start, but do you have a crush on Reginald, or is it just an admiration? You don't have to answer if it makes you uncomfortable.
I don't know, honestly. Never had a crush or what you called it before. Of course I admire him. He's doing a great job as leader and he's a decent guy too. I've known him for years now. But I don't know how It ain't really any of your business though, so just forget it.
And then everyone proceeded to never forget it.
Hey, right-hand man, do you have any top hats that are at least trustworthy? Some that aren't complete idiots? Boss, have you? Stop screaming, it's just me.
No, I'm sorry. They're all idiots in their own way. There have been some incidents to prove that.
Speaking of top hats, how is Smith? We almost never see him.
Some of you asked about Smith, for whatever reason you would do that. Baby's healthy and everyone's happy. We sent them a card once we got theirs. You should have seen how happy Reg was when he got the card.
Why does the boss shower with the door unlocked? Do your bathrooms not have locks?
He didn't. The bathrooms have locks and Reg used them. That's part of the long list of problems with that incident.
Has Reginald tried to play with your hair, right-hand man? Has Reginald ever braided your hair or tied it up in some way? I can imagine your hair gets in the way sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know why, but he loves messing with my hair. Braids or just running his hands through it or some shit. Usually I just keep it open or in a ponytail, but Reg really knows what he's doing. No idea how. Maybe he finds it common or something.
Right, how is Reg doing? Any progress?
I hope Reginald is okay.
I wonder when he'll wake up. Has he ever been hurt like this before? With and without you around?
Hey, there you are. You're starting to worry me. How are you feeling? Does your head hurt? Do you need something?
I knew you'd come back. I always knew it. I knew you wouldn't hurt me. I'm so glad you're alright. I was worried something would happen to you.
You were worried about me? You were the one that fell out of the ship into the ocean. I'm so sorry. I had no control over what I was doing.
I know. Forget about it. I know it's not your fault. What? You were worried, weren't you?
Of course I was. What kind of question is that? You fell out of the ship because of me. I thought I wouldn't make it and you'd die.
I don't die so easily. You should know that by now.
I do.
I'm glad you're still with me.
Me too.
The end.
Wait. Before you go, I have some bloopers for you. Stick around and enjoy. Which infiltrating the airship, fleeing the Which infiltrating the airship, fleeing the complex, completing the mission ending is this set after? Anonymous. I've known him for years, so it worked out. That's right, man. The uncertainty, if anything. So me and Right Hand Man rallied up the groups. What a question. Of course I know that. Does Right Hand Man have nightmares? I'm sure he's living. He's suspicious of strangers. Uh-oh, you might want to watch. Time is running out, boss. Remember, a top hat is always a top hat. Deep down, Reg, you just have to remind him of that. Nope.
Nothing to break his fall.
Good luck. Guys, I have a way to...
Reg! Fuck.
Voice crack. He was looking around the ocean. Not enough to sit on, but enough for the... Now they just needed to back to the ship.
But this ship is filled with monkeys, so they exist.
Hello, right-hand men. As you know, I'm a medical
Professional. I didn't even do the tips of right. I'm bad.
At first I was just mad. Just cause I wanted to get out and get revenge.
You guys should capture Charles. I don't know why I can't speak today.
No, I'm sorry. They're all idiots in their own way. Perhaps some bin.
Some bin? Some bin? How can you speak this awfully?